Hey guys. So today I'm gonna be doing another fanfiction video. I know it's been a very long time since I did one of these, and I've only done two. But recently I have gotten into some of those superhero shows that they have on Netflix, from the CW. And I adore the CW. Like, they are the ones that brought us Supernatural, and just they're beautiful people. But anyway, me and my boyfriend, one day he was, complaining he was bored, so I went in there, and he was on Netflix, and I found him and I just clicked on Arrow, and I didn't mean to watch it with him. I was just, trying to get him to do something that I thought would get him to shut up or something, so I could go back doing what I was doing. I don't even remember what it was, but then I just sat there because, it was so good, and a lot of people complain about the first few episodes, but I was enthralled. I thought it was awesome, and so I got really into watching it, and then I got annoyed because basically Arrow and the Flash, they cross over a lot, so you have to watch the Flash if you're watching Arrow. So then we started watching the Flash, but oh man, you guys, I am so happy that I watch the Flash now, because I have found, basically, this is my all-time favorite character now. I don't think I will ever love anyone as much as I love this character, which is insane. But that is Cisco Ramon. And yes, I got a phone case of him on it because I am that obsessed. It's so sad. But yeah, I love Cisco Ramon. I think he is the most beautiful, amazing, talented, smart human in the entire universe. And I just love him. In this universe and and all the other ones. But oh my gosh, I love Cisco Ramon. Anyway, so when I started watching The Flash and everything, I got into their fanfiction, and oh my gosh, and of course, it all features Cisco because my heart and soul is Cisco Ramon. So anyway, I'm gonna leave, of course, Rex down below like I always have done, so you guys can go check these out. And of course, these are slashing Cisco Ramon because what else? And at first I was just really into Barry and Cisco. I was like, I can see it. I could perfectly picture them together, exactly in my head. Picture them. And not that I haven't been able to do that with other people, but just not as clearly. It's kind of muddled, you know what I'm saying? But, with them, just, stark, very clearly can picture them doing all of the things in all these fan fictions, and I'm just oh my god, it's never been this good. And so I loved it, and I think it's more, I don't know, it's really because it's Barry and Cisco, or it's just because it's got Cisco, and I just am so obsessed. So yeah, I started reading theirs, and they have some really good ones. There's this one called Hero's Vacation, and it's so cute, and it's so good, and it's got, these little moments where, Cisco will start speaking Spanish, and I'm just ah! For some reason, that does it for me. I'm just I love it. I love Cisco Ramon so much. I can't even explain to you how much I love Cisco Ramon. This is basically all this video is going to be, is me talking about how much I love Cisco Ramon. I love him so much. But yeah. He's just fantastic. Anyway. And then, there's Hero's Vacation, which, synopsis for that is basically, the Team Flash is kind of hit a lull in a way of not having a bunch of metas attacking all the time and a bunch of crazy shit going on, so there's kind of finally some breathing time. And so Barry and Cisco decide they want to go on a vacation, and they go together because for some reason everybody else, Joe, Iris, Caitlin, they're all busy, so they can't go. And so it's just Cisco and Barry going, and it is literally the cutest shit. Because they're basically going to I can't remember where I'm trying to remember where they go. It's Mexico or somewhere around in that area. And they basically, Cisco gets on Barry's back, and they basically run Cisco. Barry runs Cisco there. And it's so funny. It's so cute though. And basically they kind of start I think they start realizing their feelings for each other and stuff, and it's so cute, and it's so much more than that. Like, it's a multi-chapter fic, and it's at 14 chapters. I've read all 14 chapters. I'm trying to be patiently waiting for the next one, but I'm like, can it be today? I just want this fan fiction so bad. So that's a really good one, so that one will definitely be down there. There's this other one, and it's just a one-shot, one-chapter fic, and it's Barry and Cisco, and it's basically Barry is trying to get over Iris and everything, because if you guys didn't know, he's in love with Iris. Well, at first, anyway. Just watch the show. If you haven't, don't listen to me, I guess. Because it's kind of hard to talk about this stuff without being a little spoilery. Well, the fact that Barry likes Iris isn't really that much of a spoiler. You can tell within, like, the first so many minutes of the first episode of The Flash. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So there's this one shot fic where Barry's obsessed with Iris, trying to get over her, da-da-da-da-da. And basically, somehow, him and Cisco just start being fuck buddies. And Cisco is feeling very used and taken for granted by Barry, and so it's really sad. It's so sad at first and I literally just want to strangle Barry Allen, because I'm like, no one hurts my Cisco. If you hurt my Cisco, I will literally end you. Basically that's how I feel about that. But it was all kind of like this misunderstanding thing. You gotta read the fic to understand. But it's got a good ending. It's got a really good ending. It's a really well written fic. Like, really well written. Like, so good. So I'll leave that down below. And then there's this other one, and this is the one that kind of got me not away from Barry and Cisco, because I love that pairing so much, but started making me realize, hey, there's other people, around. For Cisco. Basically, I was in the Barry Cisco tag on Archive of Our Own, and this one came up because it does have some Barry and Cisco in there, but it's mainly Cisco and this other person, and that other person is Leonard Snart. Yep. And it's this fic, and it's got all these flashbacks from back before Cisco started working at Star Labs, basically right when he was, like, in college and stuff. And he met Leonard Snart back then, and Cisco was kind of bad. Like, Cisco was a little evil, and it's, I like that. Basically, he's helping Leonard, like Snart and, like, I guess a couple of his people, and helping them, like, steal stuff, because, Cisco is a fucking genius, and he can, like, rig the alarms and all that stuff and everything, and it's so good. But they had a relationship, and then Snart, obviously in The Flash, like, he comes back and he's kind of terrorizing and stuff like that, and it is I don't think I have felt this many emotions reading a fanfic in, like, a very long time, you guys. I can't even tell you how many emotions I have gone through during that fanfiction. It is one of the best written fanfictions I have ever read in my entire life. And guys, I have read so many fanfictions. I mean, like, so many fanfictions. And it was so good. And I highly recommend going and reading it, even if you're not interested in that pairing, because I gave no shits about that pairing. I thought it was going to be a Barry Cisco thing, and it has some Barry Cisco elements in it, but, like, you'll see what I mean. But yeah, go read it, because it's just, it is so good. And then from there, I was kind of looking through the Cisco Leonard tag, but there's really not much in there. There's maybe like 60 works, and you guys know that's like crazy for there only 60 works for a pairing. So anyway, and then I don't know, from there somehow I found like Cisco and Harrison Wells' Earth 2 like Harry Wells, and I'm just like, and you guys, I thought Barry and Cisco were like my new OTP. I was like, this is it, but I think I was wrong. I think I was wrong because Harry and Cisco, oh man, Harry Earth 2 and Cisco Ramon are the most beautiful thing I've ever read in my entire life. It's so good. And there's this one on there, and it's like the main big one, I think. And it's basically called The Simplicity and Complexity or whatever of Cisco and Harry. And this person decided to not do like a one fic with multiple chapters. They like do a fic for everyone. They do a fic like a one shot, and then they label them part 1 and then part 2. So they're, you know what I'm saying? If you know what how Archive of Our Own works, you know what I'm getting at. But and there's so many parts, and I think I'm on like part 14 or 15 or somewhere around in there, and it's so well written, and the characters are done so perfectly in this. And I highly recommend this fic because it's really good so far. Like I said, I haven't read the entire thing yet. I'm still working on it, but it's really good. And it's really awesome because it really makes my days better because when I have like my long work days, like I always bring a book and stuff, and I'll usually read that on my breaks, but sometimes on my breaks I'm like, I am feeling very stressed and annoyed, and so if that happens, I will read fan fiction on my break instead. And let me tell you, if you love fan fiction and you get breaks, like, I mean, obviously you gotta get breaks at work, but you know what I'm saying. I would highly recommend, if you're not feeling that great at work, to read like a short fan fiction, like a short chapter of a multi-fic, or like a one shot of one of your favorite pairings on your break, because oh man, it definitely changes your entire mood. I promise you're gonna feel so much better. So yeah, that's like my new thing. I read fan fiction on some of my breaks when I'm just not feeling the best, and I just feel so much better when I do it. And I just highly recommend it to everybody that loves fan fiction because you're gonna feel so good. Okay, and another really great fanfic for Harry and Cisco is, it's called I Never Want to Greet the Day Sober Again by Sage Scribbles on Archive of Our Own, and it has fan art in the fanfic. Like, you guys, I loved it. It's well written, but it's also just like, it's so amazing that they like incorporated that and like did that, and I am so obsessed. And it's basically just a quick little one shot, but it's so cute and it's so much fun, and it warms your heart. It just makes you happy, you know? It's like one of those fics, and everybody needs one of those fics. So I highly recommend that one. Real good. I'm not gonna tell you plot because, like I said, it's very short. Like, I will spoil everything. But super cute. It's got cute fan art in it, so definitely check that out. And then if you kind of want like kind of sort of a crack fic, which if you're not familiar with that terminology, basically a crack fic is kind of like, how do I explain this? I call it crack fic, like that, you know. Anyway, crack fic basically is like sort of like a funny, ridiculous kind of idea, like high key probably would never happen, but like how funny would it be if this actually did happen? That sort of thing. That's why it's called crack fic. Anyway, super funny. I love this one. It's called My Darkest Sin. It is by Aqua. It licks it. Anyway, these are all linked down below, but it's got Cisco and Harry. That's like the main, but it's also got some Leonard in there. It's so funny. Basically, Cisco gets hit with the sex pollen that makes it to where like he wants to have sex, and they're hunting this metahuman that's sending this out on people. Basically, if you don't have sex with someone and don't like release, then you have to like share bodily fluids, and if you don't do that, then you're gonna die basically. So Anyway, so Cisco's at like this club or bar or whatever and like trying to go home with Leonard, and Harry walks up and he's like, no. So, yeah. You guys can probably figure out where it goes from there. It's so great. Basically Harry has to help him out. But it's really good. I really enjoy it. But yeah, I think that's all the fics I'm going to talk about today, because the video's already getting kind of long, but those are just some of the few fics I've read recently that I've just been adoring, and I love Cisco Ramon with my entire being. That is basically the takeaway of this entire video, is that Cisco Ramon is the most amazing human being ever, 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 ever. So, yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you read some of these amazing fan fictions, because you guys, they are so good, and they will make you feel so happy. Some of them are kind of sad, so those will kind of make you feel sad, but for the most part, I think I did mainly happy ones, which is different. There were a couple sad ones, but I mean, normally all I read is sad. But for some reason, the Flash has just got really happy fanfics, and I'm just like, I'm not complaining. So yeah, definitely check them out. Let me know how you like them if you do. And if you're in this fandom and you got some recs, let me add them. Basically anything with Cisco kind of does it for me, so should be pretty easy. I think that I am like high key into Harry, Earth 2, and Cisco. I think that is like, but I'll love some Cisco and Barry too, because I love those guys. That would be great too, but I think my main squeeze now is Cisco and Harry Wells. Earth 2. Not Cisco, Earth 2. Cisco, normal Cisco, but Earth 2, Harrison Wells. You guys know what I'm saying. If you're in the fandom, you understand. If you're not, watch the show and you'll get it. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna go. And I will talk to you guys soon. Later.